Traveling is an incredible way to explore new cultures, enjoy stunning scenery, and experience new adventures. However, with all the excitement comes the risk of theft, which can turn a dream trip into a nightmare. From pickpockets in crowded areas to items stolen from your accommodation, the threat of losing your belongings while abroad is very real. Having spent the last 7 years traveling through some less than ideal places, I've learned a few tricks along the way to outsmart thieves and keep my possessions safe. While you may have heard of some basic safety tips, I'm here to share 11 clever strategies that aren't commonly discussed, but can make a huge difference. Let's get started. And to make things more interesting, imagine you're watching the sunset on a beach in Brazil as we dive into these tips. 1. Create secret hiding spots in your luggage. When traveling, the first step to safeguarding your belongings is to stash emergency cash and valuables in creative, hard-to-find places within your luggage. For instance, I've used an empty chapstick tube, an old deodorant bottle, or even placed cash in a bag of dirty laundry. Thieves tend to act quickly, so they're unlikely to check these unconventional spots when rummaging through your bag. These hiding spots offer an added layer of security, especially in situations where you're in a rush or don't have time to use more advanced security measures. Remember, thieves are often in a hurry and won't spend time digging through a bag of dirty clothes or carefully unscrewing a deodorant stick. 2. Use carabiners to secure your zippers. Carabiners aren't just for hiking, they're a versatile tool for protecting your belongings. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to deter thieves is by using carabiners to lock your zippers together. This makes it much harder for someone to discreetly unzip your bag in a crowded area. Carabiners are also handy when traveling in groups. For example, if you're on a night bus and have to store your backpack under the bus, secure your bags together with multiple carabiners. This makes it more difficult for someone to make off with your luggage because they'd have to carry several heavy bags at once. If you can't fit a carabiner through your zippers, try using zip ties like the ones that come with bread bags or a large safety pin. These makeshift solutions work surprisingly well at keeping opportunistic thieves at bay. 3. Position your zippers wisely. This is a tip I learned from the Fox Nomad YouTube channel. The placement of your zippers can make a big difference in preventing theft. Closing your zippers at the top of your backpack, where you have more nerve endings and are more likely to feel someone tampering with it, is one approach. You'll also have a better chance of noticing if someone tries to open the bag from over your shoulder. However, this tip isn't one size fits all. Personally, I prefer to position my zippers at the very bottom of my backpack because I pack my bag in such a way that nothing valuable is at the bottom. For someone to steal anything, they'd have to unzip the bag almost all the way, which is much more noticeable. The key here is to think carefully about how you pack your bag and place your zippers in a way that makes it difficult for anyone to access your belongings quickly. Securing valuables in your accommodation is crucial. If your hotel or Airbnb doesn't offer a safe, you can still protect your valuables by being strategic about where you store them. One option is to invest in a pack-safe travel safe, a portable slash-proof bag that you can lock up and secure to something solid in your room. A cheaper, though slightly less secure alternative is to use a metal bike wire and a padlock to secure your backpack to a fixed object. While a determined thief could cut open the bag, this setup prevents opportunistic thefts and acts as a deterrent. Another option is to hide valuables in unexpected places, like above the closet, inside a stack of towels, or even inside your pillowcase. Thieves typically don't have much time to search a room, so they're unlikely to check these unconventional spots. Your luggage itself can be a great defense against theft. Opt for hardshell luggage with built-in TSA locks, which are more difficult to cut open than soft-sided bags or backpacks. Built-in locks are also less prone to being torn off by TSA agents or airport staff compared to external locks. However, while thieves can sometimes access TSA keys or use the pen trick to break into zippers, having a solid piece of luggage makes your bag less of a target. The harder it is for someone to access your belongings, the more likely they are to move on to an easier target. Most items can be replaced if they're stolen, but some things hold sentimental or practical value that can't be easily restored. For example, my travel journal is something I would hate to lose. To protect items like this, I make a habit of taking photos of my journal pages as I go. Similarly, I regularly back up my laptop data to ensure that important files are never lost. When traveling with sentimental items like wedding rings or family heirlooms, consider whether it's worth the risk of losing them. It might be a good idea to leave such irreplaceable items at home to avoid unnecessary stress. Keep your valuables on you at all times. When you're traveling from one destination to another, always keep your most important belongings with you. Store valuables like your passport, money, and electronics in your personal item, and keep this item within arm's reach. Never let your valuables out of your sight, whether you're on a bus, in an airport, or riding in a taxi. If you're sleeping at an airport, hook your bag around your leg so no one can walk off with it while you're dozing. On buses, keep your valuables on your lap rather than storing them in the overhead bin or luggage hold. If you're staying at a hotel where the staff offers to bring your bags to your room, always carry your valuables with you, leaving only your larger luggage with them. Likewise, if you're taking a taxi, keep your valuables in the car with you, rather than in the trunk. Stay aware of your day pack. When you're out sightseeing, it's important to remain aware of how you're carrying your day pack. If your bag is loosely dangling from one hand or slung over your shoulder closest to the street, you could easily fall victim to a thief on a motorcycle who snatches it in one quick motion. Instead, always carry your bag securely on both shoulders, or, if you're using a purse, wear it on the side away from the street. This simple shift in how you carry your belongings can prevent someone from grabbing your bag and taking off. Track your luggage with an AirTag or GPS tracker. Using luggage trackers like Apple's AirTag can be a game changer if your bag is lost or stolen. By placing a tracker inside your luggage, you'll be able to locate it more easily if it goes missing during a flight or if someone takes it. This small investment can save you a lot of time and stress in recovering your belongings. Blend in and avoid attracting attention. One of the best ways to avoid being targeted by thieves is to blend in with your surroundings. Don't wear flashy clothes or accessories that scream tourist with money. When you're carrying valuables like a laptop, consider using an old or dirty-looking backpack to avoid drawing attention. Some travelers even go the extra mile by placing their belongings in a large trash bag or covering their valuables with duct tape. The idea is to make your items appear unattractive and not worth the hassle of stealing. Another great strategy is to personalize your belongings with stickers or marks, making them harder to resell and less attractive to thieves. Use secret pockets or dummy items. If you're traveling in a higher risk area, consider using secret pockets sewn into your clothing for storing emergency cash or backup credit cards. You can have these pockets sewn in at a local seamstress for just a few bucks, and they provide an extra layer of security. Another trick is to carry dummy items, such as a fake wallet or an old phone, that you can hand over if you're ever mugged. Be sure that these items look convincing enough to satisfy a thief without angering them. Don't let fear ruin your trip. While these tips can go a long way in preventing theft while you're traveling, it's important not to let the fear of theft ruin your trip. Taking a few extra precautions is a smart move, but constantly worrying about your belongings will only detract from the joy of your travels. Remember, material things can always be replaced. The goal is to be cautious and prepared, not paranoid. Enjoy your adventure, knowing you've done everything you can to protect yourself and your belongings. Safe travels and stay smart.